Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to some math time. Get the pun? Before and after the hour. Before we start off today, let's do some time jokes. All right. What time is it when 10 elephants are chasing you? 10 to 1. Get it? Like 10 minutes to 1, because there's 10 after 1. Okay. Or it could be 10 after 1. A 10 to 1. I like 10 after 1 actually better. Okay, what time is it when you find an elephant in your car? Time to get a new car. Okay, what does the clock do when it's hungry? Okay, think about it. What does the clock do when it's hungry? It goes back 4 seconds. Get it? For seconds. 4 seconds. F-O-U-R. 4 F-O-R. That's a homophone. It goes back 4 seconds. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Why did the girl sit on the clock? Why did the girl sit on the clock? Because she wanted to be on time. Get it? She wanted to be on time. Okay. I will do one more and then I will save the rest for tomorrow. Are you ready? This is one I've known and loved since I was a little kid. What animal keeps the best time? What animal can tell time? Or what animal keeps the best time? A watchdog. Awesome. Okay, so those were my jokes for the day. If you have any more, share them with me next time you see them. Or see me, maybe on Zoom. That'd be fun. Okay, so before and after the hour. Let's jump right into page 339. It says, Whitney has 2 new guinea pigs, Topsy and Turvy. Those are really cute names, by the way. Topsy woke up at 6:45. Turvy woke up at 15 minutes before 7. Which pet woke up earlier? Now, let's think about what they're saying. Topsy woke up at 6:45. So I know if I go all the way around 6, it counts 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So that is when she woke up, 6:45. Okay, 45 minutes after 6. Now let's look at Turvy. Turvy woke up 15 minutes before 7. So if you're looking at before, instead of going around, you go backwards. 5, 10, 15. Went 15. Do you see that? So what time is the minute? So it's before 7. So before 7, look at this. So it's not pointing at the 7. It's before 7. So what's the hour on this one, boys and girls? What's the minute and the hour? Well, here's 45 because that's 60 minus the 15 minutes, right? So 45. And then it's before 7. So what's the hour before 7? 6. 6. So it's 6:45. So the trick actually there is they woke up at the same time. Both guinea pigs woke up at the same time, 6:45 a.m. or 15 minutes before 7. And you know that if you woke up before 7, you woke up at 6 something. How many minutes before? 15 minutes before? You do 60 minus 15 and you get 45. Okay, the time before midnight, the time from midnight to noon. So if any of you have ever stayed up for New Year's, that's midnight. That's 12 o'clock midnight. Noon is like when we're having lunch. You are in the gym at noon. So anything from midnight to noon is a.m. And the time from noon to midnight is p.m. And actually, to be completely accurate, the time from until 1 minute before noon, 1 minute before noon is midnight. Because actually midnight is the first a.m. and from noon is actually p.m. So starting right at noon is p.m. So 12 p.m. p.m. is lunchtime. Okay. And then 12 midnight is a.m. So it's like starts a new morning, a new day. Okay, so fill in the time write the time on the line, fill in the missing numbers. Okay, so let's look at this together. Let's do this all together. We're going to write the time on the line, and then we're going to do the before and after. So between the hours of whatever it is. Okay, so let's look here. I love starting with the minutes first. What is our minutes here? We can go around 45, 50, or we can go 60, 55, 50. Either way, 50 minutes. If you want to pause the video, do the rest of this page on your own, and then unpause it and check it, that's going to help you. If you still are really unsure, you can stick with me. Just make sure you are doing what's best to challenge you the most. Okay, but make sure you also get it right. Okay, this hour hand is between the 2 and the 3. So it's past the 2, but not to the 3 yet. So it's still 2. Okay, so now let's look at that in minutes after and minutes before. So minutes after, they're doing how many minutes after 2? How many minutes after 2? Well, we know it's been 50 minutes after 2. Well, how many minutes until the next hour? How many minutes until the next hour? Well, the math equation for that would be 60 minus 50. That would give us 10. Or we can count like this. How many minutes until 5, 10? Do you see it? So it's 10 minutes before what next hour? 3. Okay, awesome. What's the next one here? Okay, 15:30. So this would be what? 5 minutes past that would be what? 35. Okay, so we know the minutes is 35. 35 minutes. And where is that hour hand? Well, it's before the 10, so it's not 10 yet. It's still in this area right here. What is it? Still before the 10, so it's still 9. Okay. And this one's easy. All you have to do is do this. Did you notice the pattern? Look. 9:35 means it's 35 minutes after 9. And what's the next hour that it could get to? 10. So if you were to count back, all the way to here, how many minutes is that? Well, it's 60 minus 35, or you can count backwards like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25. It's 25 minutes before 10. Could I do 60 minus 35 and get the same answer? Yes. Okay, do you see that? Because there's 60 minutes an hour, or I could just count back on the clock. 5, 10, 15, or if I know this is 15, right? 15, 20, 25. 25 minutes before the next hour, before 10. Okay, let's look at the number 3. Let's start with our minutes. Well, I know if this is 60, this is 55 right here. Go back 5. So our time is 55. There's 55 minutes. Oh, is this 5 or is this 6 or is this 4? What is this? Okay, remember, if the minutes are almost to the next hour, that means this is almost to the next hour. So it's actually right before the 5. It's so hard to see, but I know because it's telling me it's almost to the next hour. It is 4:55, not 5:55. Okay. And so how many minutes after 4 is it? It's 55 minutes after 4. That's what that means. Now, how many minutes is it before 5? So if you were counting down, you're like, oh, yes, Mom said dinner is going to be on the table at 5. How many more minutes do I have? Well, it's 5 minutes before 5. Do you see that? 5 minutes right here. 5 more minutes until this will get all the way to the 5. Okay, great. This should start feeling more comfortable as we do it together. And as you practice. Now this one, we're not doing it both ways. We're just looking at before or after. We only have to do one time. Let's look at it. So this one's going after. I'm just going to do my highlighter around the clock and see. So I'm going to go after. I'm going to highlight all the way around. How many minutes after the hour is it? Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's 40 minutes after, well, we know it's not past the 2. After what? After 1. Awesome. Now, this is where you have to really pay attention because this is not after, it's before. So we're going to start at the 12 and go backwards. Okay? Before. So how many minutes do we have? Well, we have 5, 10, 11, 12. 12 minutes before what hour? Is it the 2 or the 3? Well, before which one? We know it's already past the 2, so it's before the 3. It's 12 minutes before 3. If you were to tell me what time that is, what would it be? 12 minutes before 3 would be what? 2, and then 60 minus 12, or we can go 10, 11, 12, 45, 46, 48. Okay, that would be the same as 2:48. Okay, minutes after. Okay, we're going around this way again. Minutes after the hour. So we have to go around because it's after. Okay, and it's 45 because we know it's 15, 30, 45. 9 equals 45. So 45 minutes after what? After, so if the clock goes this way, after 10. It's not to the 11 yet. Okay, awesome. Okay, here's minutes before and after. I'm going to switch pen colors just for fun. Okay, minutes before, minutes after. Okay, this time we're doing before. So we're going to start at the 12 and go backwards. How many minutes before the next hour? Okay, let's do it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes before what? So it's not to the 11 yet. It's between the 10 and the 11. Before the 11. Remember when we count? It's past the 10. It's before 11. Go slow and really think about that. So if it was, we know the time is, and if you want to double check, you can always figure out the real time. This is 10:35, which is the same as 25 minutes before 11. Okay, now we're doing an after. So now we're going to go around clockwise. How many minutes after? Well, I know this is 15, 30, 45, and 5 more is what? 50. 50 minutes after what? So after, see it's going after, 50 minutes after 1. Same as the time, 1:50. Okay, here we go. Before. Slow down and read what they're asking. This one's a little trickier because it doesn't happen right on the number. Before, and it actually goes to right about there. How many minutes is that? Well, I can do 2 things. I could go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or I could know that this is 10, and then 1 less than that is 9. So it's 9 minutes before. What hour is it right before? Do you see that? 9 minutes before 3. And if I was telling the time, I would know that it is 2:51, which is the same as 9 minutes before 3. Okay. Now we get to circle the earlier time in each box. Circle the earlier time in each box. Well, let's read what it says. 10 minutes to 5 or 5:10. Okay, 10 minutes to 5. I actually like to figure it out. 10 minutes to 5. That means it's before 5. So I know that means it's for something. 10 minutes until 5. 10 minutes to 5. So I have to take 60 minus 10. 10 minutes to 5 is 450. Oops, 450. So 10 minutes to 5 is 450. And then 5:10. So which time is earlier? 450 or 5:10? And here is an easy way. I didn't even have to know exactly what time it was. Boys and girls, think about this. If this is before 5 and this is after 5, which is going to be earlier, right? This one. This is 10 minutes before 5 and this is 5:10. This is already after 5. Okay, do you see that? Okay, let's think about the next one. 2:40 and 13 minutes before 3. So if it's before 3, we know it's going to be 2 something. And 13 minutes before 3. Okay, so I can do this. I can do 60 minus 13, because I know there's 60 minutes in an hour. So this would be 2:47. 2:47. So what's earlier, 2:40 or 2:47? 2:40 is earlier. Okay, 6:45. Now remember 6:45. So picture our clock, right? And 6:45 would be right here. What number is right here? We have 3, 6, 9. Okay. How many minutes is on the 9? Do you remember? It goes 15, 30, 45. Do you remember? So 45. So 6:45 would be 45. And 6:45 means before 7. What's the number before 7? 6. So this time is 6:45. What's earlier, 6:35 or 6:45? Well, 35 is earlier. It's less than, it's earlier on the clock. 6:35 is earlier. All right, this is good brain activity. I love that you're learning and growing. This cat, not so much. His little whiskers. He's tired. He's done with math for the day. But you and I have 2 more problems to go. So let's see if we can get them down. It says, what is an activity you might do at 10:30 a.m.? So remember, anything from midnight. So midnight is 12 a.m. So when you celebrate and ring in the new Happy New Year, all the way to 11:59 is all in the morning. Noon equals 12 p.m. and that's lunchtime. So a.m. is morning, general rule, a.m. is morning. And p.m. is anything from lunchtime on. So lunchtime in the evening. So p.m. is lunchtime to the evening. Okay, in the night. So what activity might you do at 10:30 a.m.? Well, right now, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're probably on Zoom with Mrs. Cornthal. What else might you be doing? Maybe on some of the other mornings, you're sleeping in and eating a late breakfast while you are working on math. Maybe you're probably most likely doing schoolwork right now. I'm just going to put that. I'm going to put school or Zoom right now because that's probably what you're doing. Unless like it's a Sunday. Maybe if it's a Sunday, you might be watching your church service online. Church Sunday. Okay, so you fill that in for what you think you might be doing at 10:30 in the morning. So 10:30 in the morning. What is an activity you might be doing at 7 p.m.? Well, right now, maybe you're having a late dinner. Isaac and Abigail, some days she has dance, he has taekwondo. Maybe there's still some Zoom activities that you're doing. Maybe you've already eaten dinner. You had dinner at 5 and you're going for an afternoon, like evening bike ride because it's still sunny out. So what activity are you doing? I'm going for a walk. I'm going for a walk with Mr. Cornthal while my kids are doing their Zoom things. And I'm passing by Tegan's house. I'm walking by Tegan's house. I discovered that I pass her house like almost every day when I go walking. So that's why I put that. That's funny. Okay, so what do? You're not walking by Tegan's at 7. You put what you be doing at 7 in the evening. Okay, and once you do that, I think you're done for the day. And I'm very proud of you. And you know what? Are you done for the week? I think you're done for the week. Yeah, you are done for the week. Good job, boys and girls. Kitty says good job. Well, hold on. Watch this. Good job. The kitty's not saying it, but it's thinking it. Hooray. Meow. Good job. You are done. So love God. Love your neighbor. And have a great